Hey Tribe and YouTube fam, welcome back. In this video, we're going to jump right into it because I posted a quote by Neville Goddard a couple days ago. Then I got a question off this quote that I really wanted to share with everybody how I answer this question. So right now, let's jump into the quote. The quote is, "The man who at will can assume whatever state he pleases has found the keys to the kingdom of heaven." Now, the question I got from this was this: what does assume whatever state he pleases means? So at this point, let's jump into it. So what Neville is really saying is that your consciousness, not your circumstances, defines your reality. So I'll say this one more time. Your consciousness, not your circumstances in life, not all the circumstances that you're going through right now, not everything you're going through that you don't like. It's your consciousness that defines your reality. You see, every state is a state of being, a way of thinking, feeling, and identifying yourself in a specific moment. Now, whenever means state, now what I mean by state, it could be a state of rich or poor, being loved or lonely, being confident or insecure, being successful or struggling. You see, at this point, you have to understand how laws of the universe works. All laws of the universe have polar opposites to them. If there's a positive, well, there has to be a negative. Okay, if there's an up, there has to be a down. There's a right, there has to be a left. If there's a hot, there has to be a cold. You understand, if there's a good, well, there has to be a bad. But you have to understand with consciousness and your subconscious mind, it doesn't play favorites. Okay, this is kind of the law of you reap what you sow. If you sow good seed, if you put out good things, well, good things has to come back to you. That's law. Okay, but the opposite is also true. If you put out bad things, you put out bad thoughts, you put out bad vibes, well, that's the only thing that's going to come back to you is bad things. Okay, that's what I mean. Now you can put this into a retrospect of rich or poor. If you have rich thoughts or poor thoughts, no matter what they are, that's your consciousness, and that's what you're going to see in your life. So to continue on, when Neville says, assume whatever state he pleases, he means that you have the inner ability to step into any version of yourself you choose. No permission, no waiting, no proof required. Now, let me give you an example, a real life example of this. Let's say you feel broke today. Neville would tell you that's just a state. That's not who you are. So instead of reacting to it, you assume the state of already being financially free. You imagine, feel, and think from that version of yourself, the person who already has it. You see, that's living the end by Neville Goddard. Like if you want your dream house, you behave that you already have your dream house today. That's the law of being. Whatever you want, you have it right now. You be it right now. If you want your dream car, you have it right now today. If you want to be rich and wealthy, you are rich and wealthy right now today. That's really the law of assumption. The law of assumption really means whatever you assume to be true for you has to come into your reality. And listen to this. You stop trying to get money instead of become the one who naturally has it. That inner assumption, not external effort, begins rearranging the outer world. Now, what does at will mean, like in the quote? Now, if we go back to the quote is the man who at will can assume whatever state he pleases has found the keys to the kingdom of heaven. So what does at will mean? At will means, and it equals to mastery. You see, most people shift unconsciously between states. One day they feel confident. The next day they feel fearful. One day they feel rich. The next day they feel poor. The next day they feel confident. The next day they got worried out in fear over paying their bills. So basically, their states of consciousness are all over the place, okay? But listen, but the person who can choose consciously which state to occupy, who can say, I will feel successful, calm, or loved now, has found what Neville calls the keys to the kingdom of heaven. It's about claiming it now. You are it now, today, whatever state you choose to be. Listen, because in heaven, to him isn't a place, it's a state of consciousness. And whatever can move freely between states has mastered creation itself. So, in short, let's sum this up. Assume whatever state he pleases means you can choose who you want to be right now by feeling from that version of yourself. That choice, consistently held, becomes your reality. But other than that, my friends, YouTube fam and tribe, just want to share that with you really quickly because I did answer his comment, but then after I answered the comment, I thought, well, I wanted to expand on this and kind of share it with everybody so everybody can really understand. One, really understand Neville Goddard because he kind of spoke kind of in metaphors and he spoke very sophisticated. On top of it, he spoke in Old English. So lots of times it's hard to kind of decipher or understand what he truly means. But I really just want to share it with everybody and do a short little video on this. That way everybody gets benefit out of this. But anyway, if you have questions or further questions on this quote, comment below. I'll answer you as best as I can. I'll help you out as best as I can. Other than that, peace out and I'll see you in the next video.